Hey guys, Tudor Marine here with another MOS Profile. Today, talking about the O2 field, intelligence. Intelligence is kind of what you would think of, I guess. Their job is to collect data on different things and interpret that data and then pass it down to whoever it is that needs to know. Some of the different stuff is you will be working with computers. You could be working with different communications. What do you call them? Formats? I don't know. Maybe that's the right word. And essentially, your job, depending on the exact MOS, your job is to get in there and get as much data as you can about something, and then get it out to everybody else. Because what you know, generally, they need to know. So, for instance, if you pick up intelligence on, say Taliban, they're going to be moving into a certain area, you're then going to let the people down below the infantry that are living in that area, whatever, you're going to inform them of this so that they can counter any attacks that may be coming. They can prepare for it. There's a variety of different ways that you can gather this data, and I'm not going to go into all those a ton. I wanted to focus specifically on the O211s, which there's a variety of different O2s, but I'm going to focus on that one because that's the counterintelligence guys. They're the ones that will be, I wouldn't say secret agents by any stretch, but as far as the Marine Corps goes, I guess it's maybe the closest you'll get to it. You must be, as far as my understanding, you must be a corporal or a sergeant in MOS. You could be a staff sergeant, but you have to have less than a year of time and grade, which means you can't have been a staff sergeant for more than a year. There's a variety of stuff you need to do. You got to be a U.S. citizen. You got to be 21 years of age. Like I said, a corporal or a sergeant in any MOS, doesn't matter. You obviously have to be a U.S. citizen because you have to be eligible for a top secret security clearance, which means you got to be squeaky clean. You can't have any fucking shit on your record. You got to be, stay out of trouble. But these guys, they will collect information. They'll get down, into these different areas and talk to people. They'll go in to foreign countries and document and record the stuff that they pick up. Generally, you have to know another language. It helps a lot in terms of getting into the job. You have to being able to speak the language obviously will help you communicate with the people that you're trying to get information from. You don't need to know it outright, although it does help, but you have to be willing to undergo language training in whatever language they want you to learn, I guess. In addition to that, you need to understand the customs and traditions of the people there so you don't accidentally insult somebody. But from there, you'll be the guy that does a lot of the interrogating. You will liaison with a bunch of different people. You will be taking photographs on the ground of different stuff. And so, it's kind of a cool job. But, there's a lot to it. Now, I'm not going to try to cover every little bit of it now because it would take some major time. But, you'll work with other countries, intelligence agencies, to get jobs done. And yeah, it's kind of a cool job. I'm sure if you did this job, that it would then set you up pretty well for, transferring to the agencies that do sort of this stuff. So maybe the CIA or something. Having this sort of background, I think, would help a lot in terms of getting into that field. So yeah, kind of a cool job. And it's not something I would ever want to do. But then again, I've never been a James Bondy sort of person, so I would fuck it all up. But, yeah. All right, guys, if you have any questions or concerns on this, hit me up, and I will see you in the next one. Semper Fi.